Nothing is ever muted. Look, now it's on YouTube.
Oh, no.
It's just black, though. That's weird. Why is it just black?
No, it's not.
There's
people now.
Yay. I have to pop this out, or chat doesn't show up. It's weird. There's so many, like, weird settings that you have to do. Look, Tim says happy birthday.
Thank you, Tim. Oh, wait. Oh, that's the test. Yeah, well, he already did the test for us. Thank you for my Dunkin' gift card, too, by the way, Tim. It was super cute.
Everything's cute today.
Everything is cute.
Okay, no, just saying. It's cute.
It is cute.
It's
Thank
cute.
you, Tim. It's cute.
It's cute.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Stop.
You have 2 minutes left.
What do you want to talk about for 2 minutes?
I don't know. I was gonna see how much of. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you.
I feel like was the Boston meetup canceled?
No.
No, it happened. We're cute.
You're cute.
I feel like because it's your 21st birthday, what I did was I went out and I got, because you're a you know, white girl that can't handle scotch.
Correct.
I went out and got Simply Lemonade, and then I muddled a bunch of fresh strawberries into it.
I saw that. Yeah.
And then I mixed it with a whole bunch of Tito's.
Am I gonna taste it?
Probably not.
Okay.
And then I got these 2 cups. I got you ET.
That's cute.
Because it's cute.
It's cute.
And because I'm cooler than you, I got me the Fonz.
Okay.
So I feel like every time someone tells you happy birthday, you have to take a drink. I don't necessarily have to take a drink, but I probably will.
But that's a lot of people.
There's a whole lot of people.
I
and
know.
They're all going to tell you happy birthday. You don't have to like take a shot, because I don't have shots. But you have to take a drink. There you go.
Oh, that smells good.
It does smell good.
I guess
because
it smells
I
good.
am good at making them.
Are you?
I am.
Okay.
If I do say so myself. Why do people think? Why does Joe think the Boston meetup?
Yeah, I don't know. But
It happened.
it did.
It was fun. I got a baseball signed by Jason Krupa. Probably give away to somebody at some point.
I can taste it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, sorry
yes,
about
you
that.
can give away your ball.
Thank you for the permission to do that.
Okay.
Can't really taste it. Really. Tasting lemonade
Okay.
and like strawberry pulp.
Oh yeah, I can taste that.
Not a huge fan of. Like everybody's happy birthday.
Thank you, everyone.
You haven't personally told everyone happy birthday or thank you yet.
Wait, not yet.
You have to go through the list.
I
and be
know,
like,
but everyone's coming in, and
be like, thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Dan.
well, I'm waiting for everyone to get in first before.
Everybody's in, man. People will just come in.
But if I miss them, don't harass. I know.
Yeah.
Don't harass me.
Whatever.
I know.
So,
What?
did you have fun in Boston?
I did have fun, Boston.
So what's up? Are we just watching you guys drink tonight? No, you can drink with us. So you did. You had fun in Boston. What was your favorite part of Boston?
So my favorite part in Boston was was the what was it?
It doesn't let me. I don't know what it was. That's
Well,
why
give me
I
a minute.
asked you.
Well,
Okay.
you're
you
doing.
have to think
Yeah, I have to think.
while I'm moving shit around on a screen. You
Correct.
have to think about.
Correct.
Okay.
So, Tina's was good.
Tina's.
Well, the restaurant we went to, where we set up our base or whatever.
Tia's.
That's it.
Yeah.
Tia's was good.
Yeah. The food wasn't.
I mean, some of it was. Some of it. The chips were stale.
The chips were stale.
The
The avocado was not right.
The avocado was not cut. You had to fucking mangle it.
Yeah.
The pretzels was good.
Look, you're kiddo still.
I know.
Sarah's like, happy birthday, kiddo.
I know. I'm still a kid.
You did your first adult shit today. You renewed your own tag.
I know that was crazy.
I didn't have to pay for that. That was nice.
That was crazy. My My favorite donut is the Boston cream. Or wait, no. What is it? What's that other donut we had in Boston?
It's an eclair. It's close enough to a Boston cream.
Oh well, yeah, Boston cream. Yeah, the pretzels were good.
Yeah. Do you think Jason was a nice dude?
Yeah.
Well, it's important to say that because a lot of people are like, Jason's probably an asshole.
No, Jason was a nice dude. He came and chat with everybody. Yeah. What?
You're just gonna read all like every time a comment comes in, you're gonna be like, I have to stop.
I do, because my brain can't
What did
multitask
he
it.
say? Pretzels are hard.
So Jason was pretty cool. He came and chat with everybody. Then he showed everybody his cask, the gym. What else was there?
That was basically it. He gave everybody a tour.
That's true. He also did autographs too. So you're more than just alright, Jason. You're wait, no,
That's the wrong Jason. That's not Jason Krupa. That's Jason Olsen. I don't think you've ever met Jason Olsen.
I don't think so either.
He's a nice guy.
Is he?
He really likes subwoofers.
I never heard of that.
You don't know what a subwoofer is?
I don't know.
Like the big speakers people put in the back of their car that make them vibrate?
Oh!
Subwoofers.
That stuff.
Yeah. He really likes those. Can tell you're not a fan. Okay. You don't like the bass? You're not like La Tigra or whatever that band
No.
is? Like we like the cars that go boom? No. Okay. All right.
But yeah, he was really cool. He came and showed, like he said, gave us a tour, not only of Boston, but also the park.
Yeah.
And he showed us the spot.
You paid no attention to anything he said about the secret, did you? So I can't really be like, did what he said make sense? No, you didn't care.
No, I was just staring off into the environment.
You were hanging out with that Sam chick. Samantha?
Sam?
Samantha?
Samantha? Yeah.
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 She was nice.
She was nice. I liked her.
Out of all the people that were there, I was like, that would be Destiny's friend.
But yeah, we went to the park. We went to the spot. We hung out. What was happened?
We ate a lot of food.
We did eat a lot of
Really
food.
I had a lobster roll. That sucked.
You had a lobster roll.
Yeah. So it's 8 now.
Okay.
And generally what happens is we're just bullshitting for a little bit. And people will come in and talk. And then you just answer questions.
Mm-hmm.
That's generally how this works. We still owe Nick $10.
For what?
$20. We
For
owe
what?
Nick $20. Because Nick tipped the bouncer that let you into the club.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't
Because
remember.
I didn't have cash and there was an ATM. So I borrowed it from Nick. You weren't aware
Yeah.
at the time. But we tipped him.
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah. Because, like, we were going to... What's the place called? The
Black Rose, yeah.
The Black Rose. And it was a 21 and up night because there was a band. And the bouncer, like, checked IDs and he looked at Destiny's. And I was like, yeah, she turns 21 in, like, 4 days. And he's like, well, I'm going to pretend I didn't see this. So he handed it back. And we were like, okay, well, there's a good tip coming your way. And then I went inside and I was like, where's the ATM? And they're like, we don't have one. And I was like, well, shit. I lied to the bouncer. So Nick loaned us $20.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick. The Black Rose was okay.
Yeah, that was all right.
It wasn't my favorite.
No, it wasn't, like, the company was good. Everything else kind of sucked. Subwoofers are just one of my many passions. He loves to make charts as well.
Charts? Like,
Charts.
Like what kind of charts? You can't just say charts. Like,
yeah, it's just charts. He charts things out.
Oh. That's... But yeah, the Black Rose was good. I had fish and chips.
Sure they care.
I mean, come on.
I had a lobster roll. It was the worst freaking thing I've ever had.
What was wrong with your lobster roll?
It had no taste. It was just like mayonnaise. That was it. It was like mayonnaise and it tasted like imitation crab.
You don't think... Really? Like,
yeah, it was gross.
Like the crab we get at Publix?
Yeah. What's your favorite dinosaur or superhero?
Yeah.
Bonus points if it's a favorite superhero dinosaur.
Superhero dinosaur?
Yeah.
Dinosaurs. Shit. Shit.
Perry likes your chain.
Oh, wait, which one?
Probably not the one that some random dude on the internet
Stop!
said.
You don't have to tell anybody that.
Somebody on the internet thought she was cute and sent her a necklace, $400 fucking necklace. $500 necklace. It's a Travis Barker production.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. Favorite superhero has to be Doctor Strange.
It's because that's who you want to marry, but only.
But no, because he's cool. He's spooky. He does like fucking hand tricks and like multiverses.
But
and
only
shit.
the Benedict Cumberbatch one, not the regular.
Oh
Doctor
no,
Strange.
no. I mean, he's cute too. I'm starting to warm up.
He's old. The regular Doctor Strange.
The comic one.
Yeah, he's old.
Oh well, I can.
How do they know where to send it, stalker? Dude, you have no idea.
No, it's for dinosaurs. I like that. What's that one dinosaur? I totally forget the name. It has like the fucking horns on its head.
Triceratops?
Yes, that.
Right. There you go. Doctor Strange and the Triceratops. That's secret related.
I mean, he's cool. He does like fucking magic shit and like multiverses and shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Every year she gets a weird Publix cake. For a while, there was a joke where I would just go to her and be like, "What do you want written on your birthday cake?" And she'd say something like, "I'm too old to have a birthday cake." And I would have that written on her birthday cake. Like, "I'm too old to have a birthday cake." What was the last one? One was like, I don't give a shit what you write on my stupid cake.
It was the chocolate one. The Oreo one. What is it? And recently,
Oh, we're not supposed to say the F word anymore because children watch.
Oops. Heck.
The last one said like your 20th birthday one said congratulations on beating teen pregnancy.
Yeah, that's it. That has to be my favorite one.
I think the first one said Hail Satan.
Yes, it did.
Because you were just like, I wanted to say Hail Satan.
Then I got that burger one. I forgot what the burger said.
Shit. It said shit.
Oh, sorry. I can't say the F word, but you can say the...
The S word is PG-13.
Okay.
This one just had a bunch of bottles of liquor shoved into it. It was just, we just destroyed the cake.
Yeah. Jaeger? Not a fan. Not a fan of Jaeger.
It's weird.
What do you mean it's weird?
Most like underage people really like Jaeger. I don't know why.
But like it just tastes like gross because you promised me it would taste like black licorice. And
it does taste like black licorice.
I don't know what it tastes like then.
It tastes like black licorice.
Okay.
And cough syrup. It tastes like black licorice and NyQuil.
I think I can get behind the NyQuil part. But...
Jason wants you to tell us your favorite story of me.
Yeah, I was trying to think about one.
You're like, no, George's. What else did you see? So while you think of that,
okay.
So Rachel, our Airbnb was like, our backyard was the Paul Revere House. So we saw basically everything, like, because we didn't bring a car, so we just wandered around, and we didn't really leave the north end. So we kind of saw everything. We didn't do we didn't pay to go into a whole lot of places, but you really don't need to.
No.
So yeah, it was like her Airbnb was a 1-bedroom apartment with a kitchen and a bathroom and
a couch.
Yeah. And it had it was 3-floor walk up on this spiral staircase, which was weird. It would suck to live there. Like moving furniture into that place would suck.
Oh, because of how steep the stairs were. I was scared, dude. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know how this dude did it. I would have cried.
Yeah. So you got to see and then you've discovered Boston was your favorite city.
Yeah. So what I like about Boston is that it's everything is close by. Every time we stepped out of the apartment, there was something to do. There was street performers. There was
drunk people wandering down the street.
Look, yeah. There was some type of activity that you could do, and everything was close by. So we had 7-Eleven right down the road. We had 2 pizza places. Everything was close by, but the downside of that is that it's pricey. It was pricey. How much was the pizza that we shared?
Oh god, I don't know. It was $25 for a pizza.
Yeah, it was crazy. But everything was close by, and everyone was on this what's it called? Bicycle?
Oh yeah, the rent-a-bikes.
Yeah, rent a bike. So it was fucking amazing. I like that. Oh, I like the idea.
Let's see.
So,
Barry asked if we walked through all the clues. We did. We went to the park. And
Yes.
that's where all of them are.
My favorite George story was when we were in Asheville, and we were picking up that doll. What was the doll's name?
This is your favorite George
Yeah,
story?
because like I don't know.
The Toronto Ogre?
What is it?
That's the
say?
doll's name. It's right there. The Toronto Ogre.
Yeah, that one. We were coming back from that, and we were live streaming and all. And when we were coming back, George suddenly panicked and turned off a live stream. And I'm like, dude, what's wrong? It's still back there. Everything's great. Yeah, Eve knows what I'm talking about. And he's like, Destiny, this whole time, we have not been driving out of the Carolina. We've been driving north.
Yeah, we spent 2 hours driving north instead of south. Just because we were doing the live stream and nobody was paying attention to where we were going.
Yeah.
We were just like, we know we need to be on this road for the next like 8 hours. So we spent 2 hours driving the wrong way. That sucked.
Yeah,
But then we found a Sizzler.
We did.
Which made it better.
It was pretty good.
It was okay.
Was it?
Yeah.
No.
I hadn't had a Sizzler in like forever. I didn't even know they existed. I guess you have to drive north.
I guess so. I guess you do.
So, yeah, that sucked. Anything else?
What's happened in Boston?
If you can't think of anything else to talk about, like, this is going to be a short live stream.
I know. Let's see. What else happened? I had a lemon drop while I was at the Black Rose.
Yeah, Ashley contributing to the delinquency of minors. Like Black Rose, so Ashley is the mod for one of the other secret groups. She's the mod. Well, she's a mod for ours too, but
yeah.
She's a mod for Dustin's. And she sat down and she's like, I ordered this and I don't like it. Here, Destiny, take it.
Yeah. So I had a Black Rose and I had a Jameson.
Oh, yeah, the lemon drop on a Jameson.
I do not like the Jameson. That sucked.
Well, it was just straight whiskey.
Yeah, but like it sucks. It tasted awful.
Yeah, and then Nadine was like, here, just water it down.
Yeah. Yeah, I took it like a shot.
Yeah. That was fun. Everybody loved you. Like, nobody saw, like, I sat in the corner by myself, nobody was talking to me, and everybody was just gushing on Destiny.
But that's not true. That's not true at
kinda
all.
true.
That's not true.
It's okay.
Okay.
And then, like, Nadine and
What?
Kim
What?
sent me the text later, they were like, I love Destiny more than I love you.
But that's not true, though.
It's true, I can show you the text. It's the greatest thing, like,
Okay.
the reason people come to meetups is not for me, it's for you or your mom. Everybody loves you guys more. And I'm for it. I do too. Like,
Or I sure hope so.
yeah.
Yeah, we did see the we went by the ferries. We did go see the ferries.
The wharf.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Like Destiny. Jason started out at the Christopher Columbus statue, and he gave us this long like diatribe about how he thought like Christopher Columbus was the center of his solution and yada yada yada, and he went on for like 20 minutes, and then in the end he was like, and then JJP said I was wrong, so none of what I just said matters. Let's go to the wharf. And when we walked his he was like, I don't know if you guys care about this, but this was the path I took that helped me lose weight.
He said that?
Yeah. He was like, I work close by. Well, he pointed at the building, but I'm not going to say where it was.
Yeah.
And he was like, I work close by, and then every day at lunch I would jog, or I would walk this whole path and walk down by the wharfs and all the way back
That's
to
crazy.
Langone Park. Yeah.
Huh.
And then back.
It was a long walk.
It was a long walk. Well, it wasn't super long.
No, it wasn't
like
super
half a
long,
mile. But like it was twisty and turning because he kept taking us back into the wharves. Rachel loved your Kennedy shirt.
I know, it's so pretty.
Yeah. You're not wearing it.
I know I'm not wearing it. I know, but it's a shirt.
Yeah. That's a nice shirt.
Yeah. Someone else in the Black Rose liked it too because we were leaving, and I got stopped, and they're like, "Hey, you don't remember this because you were already out."
Oh.
They stopped me. They're like, "Hey, I like your Kennedy shirt. I have it too, but I just forgot to wear it." I'm like, "Awesome, thank you." My friends are waiting outside. So.
Yeah, it's probably not wise to just get stopped by some random person in a Boston bar and just hang out.
Yeah, no,
It's probably not a good idea.
No.
Especially the Black Rose. Or where was that other place we went? It was across
Green
the street.
Dragon?
It was something dragon. It was right across the street from
I
the
thought it was the
Bell and
Green
Ham.
Dragon.
I don't remember.
Oh.
It was supposed to be the oldest bar in Boston, but then we found out it was the oldest bar, and then it burned down in like 1810 or whatever, and they didn't rebuild it until 1990 whatever, and they built it in a different spot, and you're like, oh, it's not the oldest bar anymore.
No. Let's see. But yeah, we walked around for a while.
Yeah. Jason was cool. I thought it was weird that like he came to the meetup and then he was like, I left the cask in my car. And then he had to go back to his car.
Yeah.
And get it. It was like a 20-minute walk back to his car. He was like, I didn't know if anybody would want to see it.
Well, of
what?
course. Wait, yeah, of course everyone wants to see it. Everyone did love that too, the cask. They loved it.
I don't know if everybody got to touch it. I got to hold it. It was fun. I wasn't around when people were like.
I wasn't around either.
Out.
I saw that people were around. I know Caroline got to touch it because she posted it.
You have no idea how many people walking by that place were like, "What's going on? Why are there all these cameras?"
I know, like Nick got stopped and got asked, and it was so crazy.
Well, Nick was wearing a big ID badge that said he was a member of Congress. So.
I mean, yeah.
So Nick, who was at the meetup, we were just like standing outside of the venue, and there was an ID badge on a bench that was for like a member of Congress from Colombia. Was it Colombia?
Colombia, yeah.
So Nick decided to be a congressman from Colombia. He just wore it. And people were like, "What are you?" I'm congressman.
Yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, while when they brought out the cask, people just started looking over and they're like, "Hey, like, what's this whole thing about?" And that's when we started recruiting people. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's about this little box and shit."
Yeah. Well, that's not my answer. I was just like, don't worry about it. It's just uber nerds doing nerdy things. Like you won't be interested.
No.
I promise.
No.
And they were like, oh, okay. Why are there cameras? Oh, they're filming a documentary.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. It's like, what else do you say? You know?
I mean,
it's a treasure hunt. And
that's my normal rundown. I mean, I'm like,
can we find the treasure? Yeah, it's right over there.
There was a little league playing when we went to go look at the spot.
Oh, the Little League game?
Yeah, it was.
That was fun. Because we didn't think we would get out on the field.
No.
And then like they stopped playing, and I went over to talk to the coach to see if they were done because I didn't know if there was going to be another game. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I asked just a random person in the crowd. I was like, "Hey, is that the coach over there?" And the dude stood up and he turned around. And he had this huge fucking freaking gun on the side on his.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was huge. It was like
you didn't tell me about this.
No, it was a huge gun, and I was like, "Oh, okay. I didn't know that was in Boston." Like, I'm kind of used to it being in Florida, but
I know.
not really in Boston.
Really
it turns out he was a cop.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, he had like a little badge on his shirt that I couldn't see. But he was like, "What do you want?" I was like, "I want to get on the field." Is the game over? I don't want to mess with the kids. Oh yeah, we're done. Just go. I don't know if anybody else is gonna play. All right.
So we went onto the field.
Yeah.
And
then Jason kept saying like it was weird because he was like, "Now these fields aren't in the same place, but they were."
Well, no, it got raised up. Remember?
It got raised up. Show the ball. I did that already. Okay, I'll do it again.
Well, go show the ball. That's what the folks want.
Yeah. Well, he kept saying like because the ball field, if you imagine it as a square, he kept saying that the home plate was over here, and it was moved over here, but it wasn't. It was in the same place.
But no, it got raised up because he told me
it did get raised up.
Yeah.
By like feet, a couple of feet, I think. I don't know. NASCAR keeps showing the perfect drone footage of the Chicago side. Oh, I think there's like a.
Is there like a race going on in Chicago?
I don't know if it's today, but they're gonna have like a street race, and it goes right around where the treasure was.
Oh, that sounds cool. We should go.
It's probably today. We should give this away. Who do you want to give it to?
I say a random draw to make it fair.
Just a random draw?
Yeah, to make it
for
fair.
For a Jason Krupa signed baseball?
To make it fair.
Okay. I'll do that one sometime soon.
Okay.
Because, like, it's cool, but...
Yeah, but I thought you wanted it.
I did. But, like, other people would want it, too. People who couldn't be there.
Yeah.
I had him sign my book. I got his address. I could just mail him a box of balls. That'd be a weird request.
That would be a weird
Mr.
request.
Mr. Krupa, please sign my balls.
But yeah.
Your drink's not getting drunk.
I know. It's slowly going down.
Yeah, you should drink it. 21 now. You're allowed. Nobody can complain.
Wow, thank you for giving me permission.
People, like, specific people have been like, George is a huge douche because he cusses with his kids on stream or he smokes with his kids around. Okay. You're 21 now.
Yeah, I know.
You can do whatever.
Who cares?
Yeah,
I could get you some of the cigarettes.
Yeah. Yeah, you could contribute to the delinquency of seniors.
Crazy.
I know, right? So anyway. What else about Boston? Anything?
It was really pretty.
It was pretty.
It was really
they take
pretty.
Care of that city. In some ways, but like some of the old stuff had been like I noticed all the railings around Copsell Terrace were all broken, and I was like, they should fix those. But no, they're just broken slabs of iron. Because every time I go to a secret city, I end up finding something. Right?
Like your little gravestone.
Yeah, like the little gravestone thing that I accidentally left, or like that light cover from Milwaukee, or like part of the Elizabethan Gardens, the gate. Mm-hmm. Found part of that, part of the park in Houston, and I figured I would find something from Boston, but really, except for the ball, I really didn't. So when we were leaving, I found the door hinge from the bathroom.
Explain that. What happened with that?
Well, it was just there, right? Like, I went to the restroom and someone had, like, ripped off the door latch, and it was just sitting on a ledge, and I was like, all right, well, I guess that's my Boston thing.
Oh, boy.
Tour of the USS Constitution. No.
No, we did try going inside the church. What church was it? North End Church? No.
Old North Church.
That's it. We tried going inside of that.
That's where the railroad are. I really like a video game called Fallout 4, and it happens in Boston. So every time we pass something, I was like,
"Hey, Destiny,
that's where
guess
the
what?
Institute is."
Guess what, Destiny? I killed a ghoul here. What do you mean? I killed a ghoul here. What? Oh.
It's fireworks, dude.
Oh, no.
Just because you're in Florida doesn't mean everything's a gunshot.
I thought it was a gunshot.
No, it's fireworks.
I got scared.
Brody has a screw from the Green Monster if you want it. No, so did we tour the North Church? We didn't really do any tours because, like, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you know this, and if you're not, you don't. Which Tim knows this. Mm-hmm. We had a problem with our, like, septic. So we had, like, 2 days before we left for Boston, we had to spend $2,000 digging everything up. So we didn't have a whole lot of money to throw around in Boston. So we just wandered around and checked out stuff from the outside. Which is still a lot of fun. Like, I don't feel like we missed anything.
No, I don't feel like we missed anything either. Like I said, we couldn't go inside the church because they were doing church services.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's right. It was mass.
Yeah. And we couldn't go in because they had a clipboard and names and whatever.
Yeah, it would have been cool to go to mass at the local church, though. But, like, I'm not Catholic. I don't know anything about it. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I would just sit there and be like, Om Nom Shivai. I don't know what I would even do.
No.
Because they have those call and responses things. Like, your mom makes me go to Catholic church sometimes. And they have those call and response things where, like, the priest is like, I love you. And you're supposed to be like, I love you too. But I never know what to say because it's always weird stuff. And Mother Mary holds you. And she holds the baby Jesus. You never know. Unless you're Catholic, you don't know what to say.
Yeah, I understand.
So, yeah.
But yeah, that was cool to see.
Yeah, look, it's Sam.
It is Sam. You were so cool. You were so cool, Sam. You
didn't tell me. So when she left, with Sam, when you left, Destiny was like, she wanted to get Jason to sign her book. And I was like, why didn't you say something?
But you guys were having a conversation, and we both didn't want to be rude about it.
Yeah, but we're both, like, nerds. We don't care.
I understand that, but
you could just be like, hey, George, shut up, George. Shut up.
I mean, it's not
Other
like
people have opinions and things they want to say.
I mean, it's not like I already told that already.
That's true.
But like, because we're having an in-depth conversation, and me and Sam didn't want to interrupt that.
It wasn't an in-depth conversation.
You
We
guys
were just talking about, like, life. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
So you don't even know what you guys discussed.
No, that's why it was so non-important. We should just give it to Sam. Do you want to give it to Sam?
Do you want to give it to Sam?
Sam, send me your address. We'll send you a ball. Because you couldn't get an autograph from Jason Krupa because I was a
You weren't being
jerk. Was I being a jerk?
No, you were not being a jerk. We were just being polite because you guys were having a
I'll send you a
conversation.
ball.
That's what polite people do. Wait until the conversation's over.
Well, she left. She didn't wait. She just
Well,
went. I turned around and was like, where's Sam?
Well, because she had to go to her car.
Okay, well.
I
guess that's a valid excuse.
Well,
you have to leave. Because she had more important shit to do.
Well, yeah, she was going to that meet and greet.
Birthday, yeah.
Yeah.
We are not going to say where.
That's why I said the meet and greet.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for all the birthday wishes and gifts, everyone.
Yeah.
Do
you feel like a streamer now? Thank you for the galaxy.
I mean,
Thank you. Oh, I have a corgi on my head. Thank you for all the gifts, everyone.
I have a corgi in my hyperdrive.
I could probably put a corgi. That's an inside joke about someone in the secret community that I'm not gonna look. Now we have corgis on our heads. Thank you for the galaxy. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the roses.
Thank you for the corgi in the hyperdrive.
That was fun.
That was fun.
I really wish he would let people know that he does that.
I mean, but that's his hobby, though. You don't want people to remember.
It's his hobby. I think it's like his second job. That dude makes bank.
Really?
Yeah.
From what we watch, he doesn't get that many gifts, or.
He got a lot. I don't know.
I just can't believe he fixed your droid, and he forgot what part he fixed.
Yeah. And then with Marge and Tim, they were there. They were very nice. Everybody was super nice.
Everyone was extremely nice.
Even like the one dude there was one dude there that I'd gotten in a huge argument with. And he what was
going on?
Well, like online.
Oh,
he called me a liar, and I called him like either I told him he was either lying to everyone or he was very, very he was misremembering something. Mm-hmm. And we got into a huge blowout, and he was still really nice. And like he and I had a conversation for like 15 minutes until he reminded me like we had a fight.
Sam said it was nice hanging out with you.
Destiny.
What you're
nice to meet you, Destiny.
Yeah, but you were also there too.
Yeah, but she didn't say George. She said it was nice to meet you, Destiny.
Okay.
See, that's the way it goes. Everybody loves the Destiny.
Not everyone loves the Destiny.
That's true.
What is that supposed to mean?
We got some haters.
Like who? I'm trying to think of who. Who?
Jason? Yes, my son. You guys fight more than like cats and dogs. All right.
What else did we talk about, George? This is you're the host.
I don't know. This thing's probably gonna end soon. It's gonna be pretty quick. Because nobody's asking questions about Boston. Like I don't know what question to answer.
See, she said George too. You're not
but I was an afterthought, so it doesn't count. I haven't paid attention, so I don't know what people were wondering about with Boston.
I haven't seen any questions about Boston. Just like, what's my favorite superhero, or what's my favorite?
I meant like in general in the secret because like Marge who was there posted a bunch of videos, and I think that it basically answered everyone's question.
The pins.
Oh,
what do you want to say about the pins?
So I ordered a bunch of pins. Just like every time I have a meetup, I order custom pins. And I sent them to Jason because I was like, I'm not taking check baggage or anything. So I sent them to Jason, and I was like, Jason, just bring them to the meetup. And Jason forgot them at his house. And he was like, I put them on the counter because I knew I was going to forget them. And I walked out and I looked at them and then I left. I was like, God damn it. And then he's like, I'll just mail them back to you. And I was like, well, I don't know what that's going to do to me. So I'm going to try to get them from Jason. And
what do you want to do with it?
Well, I figured I'd mail them out to the people who were there.
Do you have? Oh wait, they did sign a book, so they can just do like a
Yeah,
little
yeah. I've
checklist.
got everybody's name.
Yeah.
Most everybody's name. Most everybody signed the book. How do they look? One looks like the secret badge that was given out on Expedition Unknown, and the other one looks like a baseball that just says Boston Meetup on it.
What's your favorite unsolved puzzle?
Like from the secret or just puzzle?
I guess puzzle because Underhill did not say what's category. So.
What's your favorite unsolved puzzle?
Rachel didn't sign the book.
Rachel got left out. It was there. It's over there.
Yeah.
Grab it. It's the one on top.
I know it's on my phone.
Yeah, it looks like that. It's just like a guest book. I take it to every meetup and I just set it down and everybody signs it. Ask Jason to sign the buttons. What's your favorite unsolved puzzle?
I don't know. I would want to say St. Augustine.
Oh, you're going with the secret. I was
Yeah,
going without. Not,
well,
not
I
the
don't know
secret.
any other puzzle without the secret.
Really?
Yeah, because
You do.
like what? Like what?
Like the Chiliad mystery from Grand Theft Auto 5. That's probably one of my favorite, like, unsolved puzzles. The Chiliad mystery is really good.
So explain that.
Okay, it's the Chiliad mystery. So there's a lot of, like, in Grand Theft Auto games, there's a lot of, like, Easter eggs. And then the developers said that there was one big Easter egg in Grand Theft Auto 5. And if you go to this specific mountain, it's called Chiliad Mountain in the game, and you go to, there's like at the very top of the mountain, there's a building. And then if you go underneath it, there's a photo of there's like a spray paint thing underneath it with the mountain and a bunch of lines coming off of it and different things. Like I think there's like a UFO in one of them and a Sasquatch and something else. And those points match up to places in the map.
So what do I get when I solve the puzzle?
Nobody knows. Nobody's solved it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's an ongoing thing.
It's an ongoing thing.
Oh.
But the bad thing is, like, it's such a big game with so much stuff that, like, nobody knows what's part of the puzzle and what's not part of the puzzle.
Underhill said the secret, so he wants to know what's your favorite unsolved puzzle from the secret. I would say St. Augustine, but we already have enough tourism as there is.
So you don't want people to come here?
I mean...
The moon cask.
What?
Well, there's a cask on the moon.
I don't think there's a cask on the moon.
And we'll fight you over that.
I don't think there's a cask. I don't think there's a cask on the moon. No.
That's probably St. Augustine.
I mean, it does have a pretty picture that goes along with it.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
Do we ever figure out what types of puzzles Jason's designs? I was thinking of escape rooms. No, it's like online games.
Let's see. The cross on the rock. What does he mean by that?
I don't know.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know what the cross on the rock is. It's based in Pennsylvania.
Oh. That's probably we don't know it.
Go to Pennsylvania sometimes. Check it out. I like how everybody bothered you about the anniversary hunt. And you told
No,
everybody
only
it was,
one person bothered me about that.
Well, and then you told them it was in Las Vegas.
It is in Las Vegas.
Good job.
I don't know why you're questioning me on that.
That's true.
Doubting me on my knowledge.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
So Las Vegas. It's true. There's a cast.
I doubt it,
There's
George.
not.
I doubt that Price went to the moon.
He did.
I doubt he went.
I mean,
to
I think he didn't go to the moon. What I think happened was like, because he started planning The Secret a long time before the book came out.
Okay.
And I think what he did was when he was a child, he handed a cask to Neil Armstrong. And Neil Armstrong took the cask.
You're really good at telling fake stories because there's no way that he did. There's
No,
no
he
way.
did. He did
Okay.
that. And
Okay.
maybe it wasn't even him. Maybe it was like his dad. Maybe Byron's dad gave it to Neil Armstrong. Because there's so many NASA ties to the book, like that's trying to clue you into the moon cask.
So
There's this picture of this fairy in the book, like holding his ears while a space shuttle goes up behind him, and that's Byron trying to tell you. And then there's a little fairy beside the one holding his ears, and that's Byron trying to tell you that his dad was putting a cask on the moon while he was just sitting.
So is there a verse that goes along with that then?
Yeah, but it's in a different book. It's Goodbye Moon.
Goodbye Moon.
Yeah, because like it was gone, and he knew he wasn't getting it back, so he had to say goodbye.
Yeah, but if you put the image inside the book, you would also would have to put the verse along with it.
Nah,
too.
it's only for really, really advanced treasure hunters and puzzle solvers.
Mm.
I'm gonna say happy birthday.
I know, George. I've been keeping count.
So yeah, Goodbye Moon, and that one with the moon cask with Neil Armstrong.
But do we know it's Neil Armstrong?
That's why Neil Armstrong's quote is all messed up, because he dropped the cask. It was like one small step for man. Shit. What was it? One giant leap for mankind when he's bending down to get it back up. Yeah. You can find the moon cask in the Apollo footage.
Can you?
Yeah, it's there. SpaceX is offering tours of the moon.
Do you want to go to the moon?
No.
Do you want to go to the moon?
No.
We could be the next.
If recent history has taught me anything, it's I want to stay on the land.
But don't you want to get inside of a metal tube that just shoots off?
No.
Sealed from the inside?
No.
Sorry, outside.
No. Land.
Land?
Land is good. Or above water. I'm cool staying on land or above water.
But the moon in space is above the land and the water.
Yeah, it's way above water. I don't think I want to go that high. Maybe. Who knows? After some testing. I think testing is the key there.
No. It's safe. You were amazed to find that tire rim.
Oh yeah, on the sub thing where like their propeller was made out of a rim. That was weird. I don't think we're allowed to talk about the sub. It's so polarizing.
It is. It's
like if you say anything, people are like, "You're not showing respect to the rich people who died." I feel really bad for that kid though.
The 19-year-old?
Yeah. I think I feel bad for everybody except the CEO.
Why don't you feel bad for the CEO?
Because the CEO knew the risks more than the rest of the people did. Like the rest of the people were going in accepting the risk, but also probably imagining that there was testing and precautions had been taken.
Yeah.
And the CEO knew there was no testing and there were no precautions.
Yeah, but just like we saw on the other pair of father and son, they backed out. So they could have backed out if they wanted. Well, not the son, but.
Let's see. Montreal says get permission, which implies he knew you could. Do you think Byron got permission to place that one? Probably.
You think so?
Yeah, I wouldn't say get permission unless there was a person that you could get permission from,
but
like a specific person.
But going with that idea, you would say that the park would be more open to searchers coming and digging in.
Nah, I mean this was 40 years ago. The person you get permission from could be dead. You know?
Yeah.
Or retired, more likely retired. Like nobody works, even if it was that person's first day on the job. Mm-hmm. It's 40 years later. They're probably retired.
Most likely.
So, whoever you're supposed to get permission from. My thing is like I always thought it would be interesting to look into. So there's this house called the George Stephen House. Yeah, in Montreal, where everybody thinks it is.
Okay.
And everybody's like contacting the house now. The house now is a hotel.
Okay.
But it's gone through a couple of owners and it's gone through a bunch of managers. And what would be a lot easier is to find out who the managers were, the managers and the owners in 1981. And then like maintenance guys, people like that, because that should all be public record.
Yeah.
Just find out who they are and give them a call.
But like you said, they're most likely dead or retired.
Well, yeah, so even if they're retired, that doesn't necessarily mean they're dead. It's only 40 years ago.
I understand that, but anything's possible.
Anything is possible. But it's likely that if somebody out there knows about it, they worked there in the 80s, and you could just call them. Mm-hmm. I don't see why nobody's ever done that. Everybody's just like, let's work on the puzzle until we have this exact... No, just give the dude a call. So, why not do that?
Why not? I didn't realize it's not a park.
Oh, this is just his idea. Mr. Underhill is telling you his idea.
Oh, okay.
His idea is different from my idea. And that's
okay,
fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All opinions are valid.
Most.
But...
Well, like people who say that the moon cask is on Saturn, their opinions are not valid.
Well, we don't know if it's on Saturn. Did it go to Saturn yet?
Why do you think that's public record? Who owned the house? Well, the house it was a club, right? So you could find ownership records. You could find manager records of anything.
You'd be surprised what you can find on public records.
If it was there, it was probably destroyed. That's true. Wouldn't it be nice to talk to somebody who could be like, yeah, that was there. Yeah, you were supposed to contact me for permission.
Public records.
Public records. I mean, like, we could either do the final thing, which is, like, contact people. Like, the verse is telling you there's someone you need to ask permission.
Yeah, obviously.
So you could either find that person, or you could just keep going. It's there, but it's probably gone. But maybe. Who knows?
But you don't know unless you try.
Yeah. But if, like, can't hurt.
No.
Just call around. Helps to know French.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui, baguette.
Because it's in Montreal. They speak French.
Oh.
What's the most interesting thing you found out from Jason about his solve process?
What was some information that you thought you knew, but was actually different than expected?
What's the most interesting thing that you found out from Jason about his solve process?
This is for you.
He didn't have a process. That was interesting.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, like, he jumped.
Okay.
He was like, I think you started at the library because everybody thought you started at the library.
Okay.
And then he was like, I think you go to Christopher Columbus because everybody thought you went to Christopher Columbus. And then he was like, I just found the thing that fit the rest of the verse. So it was like he didn't really have a step like 0.1, 2, 3, 4,
So
5.
He didn't dig into it too much into the verses or the image.
He dug into it a lot. He just couldn't find anything that fit like half the verse.
Mm-hmm.
He was just like, I know where the end is. I don't care about the beginning.
But the only way you can find the end is if you find the beginning.
And Jason, like, his opinion, like, he made me feel dumb.
Why is that?
Because he was like, dude, how much do you know about Boston? I was like, a little. He's like, if I say Boston and stairs, what do you think? I was like, oh.
Everywhere.
He's like, there's only like a couple of places you can see water. You know where you can't do that? In Charlesgate. Like, he made me feel dumb. He was like, I was like, where can I face water with my back to the stairs? Oh, it's right over here. Feel at home. What does that mean? It's probably that home plate that's directly in front of me.
He said that in the end that he thought you could see everything in the place of the park.
Yeah. I think that was retrospectively, though. Like, I don't think he thought that way in the beginning. In the beginning, I think he thought there was a path. Like, there was the verse would take you, all the way across the city or whatever. And then in the end, he was like, nope, it's all right here. So, that was fun. What's some information you thought you knew but was different? I thought Green Tower of Lights meant the light posts in the park. But they were white.
They were.
Like in 1983, they were white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were white, so no idea what that is.
So what you're telling me is that he didn't really have a process about going about it. He was just like, oh, this.
Yeah, he was like, okay. He said he sat down one day and he was like, I need to figure out what a coliseum is. So he was like, I looked at a dictionary and I looked at the definition of coliseum, and then he was like, there's only like 5 things that could be in Boston. So he was like, start going to all those things. They were all ice rinks, I think.
Okay.
So he was like, I'm going to go to all the things that could be coliseums. And then he was like, his daughter and his daughter is a figure skater.
That's cool.
A good figure skater.
I could never.
So he took her to a meet at that
location,
the rink right next to Langone Park, and he was like, oh, stairs. It's water. It's a coliseum. It's got metal walls. Home. Okay. And then he was like, it just made sense.
Oh.
He fell short of going, it seemed dumb.
Because it was that simple. Was that why?
Or it was just simple. There was a Coliseum bar. Yeah, there was. I mean, there's a lot of things that, like, you could...
But so he felt stupid because it was simple.
Yeah.
So what do you think that perhaps that everything else in the puzzle could be simple too?
Yeah. That's what I think. Other people don't think that. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Stupid. Keep it stupid simple.
Stupid simple.
Yeah. The path idea seems to be a common idea with secret hunters. I think that's Matt's fault.
Why would you say that's Matt's fault? What did Matt do to get everyone on the idea that there's a path?
Because when the podcast first came out,
okay,
one of the goals was to highlight research hunters had already done.
Okay.
Because the podcast was filled with old, very old, both in time they spend in the secret and actually really old hunters. And they had been working on this a long time. And so the whole team was like, well, why don't we just talk about what we found and just tell everybody so they have somewhere to start. And Matt's idea was he's had different versions of this.
Okay.
Right? A bunch of different versions. But it's called Icon to Path.
Okay.
And it's where you find a thing in the painting. And then you go from that. And then you find another thing in the painting. And then the verse tells you how to get from the first thing that you found to the second thing you found. And you have to go along this path until you get to the end.
So you don't...
And that was really the big path. Other than that, it was never really path.
So do you think that Brian thought that way? Do you think he thought there was a path that you need to follow in order to find the cask? And do you think this...
Brian or Byron?
Byron, I'm sorry.
I don't think so. The rest of them don't seem... None of the three that were found seem to have a path.
So it's just putting pieces together along with your environment.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like describing your surroundings. Almost. The only one that's really different... I mean, I think Chicago could be seen as a path only because there's one part of that verse that you can't see from the dig site. The very first line you can't see from where you dig it up.
So from the verses from the cask that we have found so far, do you think there's not a pattern among them?
Do I think there's a pattern?
Yeah, because we're on the topic of paths right now, and typically puzzles have patterns that go along with each hand in hand.
Yeah, they all seem to work about the same. They all seem to be like complex descriptions of simple things. So yeah, they all kind of work the same.
Okay.
Light poles look greener in old pics. Does someone have pictures that are definitely from 1981 or 1982? There's a video posted on Facebook of a Little League game so it's in the far left field. It's not in the middle field. It's in the far left field in 1983, where they pan out and you can see the light posts in the middle field. Roanoke does seem to be a path. So does Milwaukee.
Sometimes that's sometimes true.
Sometimes we cannot see something that's there. Okay. So yeah, what other questions? Now you're the one doing the good conversation.
Oh, I'm the one that's doing the good conversations. Yeah. So how do you feel about the path? Are you with it or against it? Because it seems like you're against the idea.
The path?
Yeah. Because it seems like you're against it from what you've been telling me. Because you're saying that.
I don't know that I'm for it or against it. I'm for doing what the verse tells you to do. If the verse has verbs, if the verse is telling you to do something, you should do that thing.
So, like,
if the verse is telling you to turn left, you should turn left. If the verse is telling you to walk 100 paces, you should walk 100 paces.
So, for example, the Montreal verse says get permission. You feel like we should get...
You should get permission.
Okay.
You should follow the verse.
But do you think it's all head on like it says it is? But from the history that we have shown from the cask, like the Boston, the Chicago, what's the other one? Cleveland. So from those solves, what we have seen, do you think that all those are straightforward that you're telling me that it is?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all straightforward. You don't need to know any history of the cities. You don't need to know any information from outside of the book. You don't need to know anything. You just go and you solve them.
But I thought you said that the book is made in the 70s?
The 80s.
80s, crap. The 80s. And a lot of things have changed over the years. So don't you think I need to know the history around the 80s in the environment?
No, you just need to know what was there. You just need to know what was there. So when I say history, I'm like you didn't need to know anything about in order to solve Chicago.
Okay.
You didn't know anything about Chicago's history. You didn't need to know anything about the Irish people, even though it was an Irish puzzle. Cleveland, you didn't need to know anything about the Greeks. You didn't need to know anything about Cleveland's history. Boston, you could argue that you needed to know Paul Revere existed.
Okay.
But that's it. Like, as long as you knew the very basics, like Paul Revere took a horse and hung some lanterns, you're good.
So, as long as I follow step by step of these verses, I should be able to find the cask. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
I shouldn't read it in too deep.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I could drop you off at the park in Cleveland, and you could, like, you not knowing where it was, and you could find it without a problem. I feel like when I dropped you off in Boston, and I was like, those are the stairs, and you were like, oh, okay, and I was like, that's the water. You were like, oh, okay, and I was like, that's home plate, and you're like, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense, because everything is in line sight. Everything's right there for you to take in.
Yeah. Yeah. The tricky thing about The Secret is not that it's, like, super difficult. It's not like...
It doesn't seem like it's difficult. It seems like it's just... It seems like
vague.
From what I'm looking... From a person looking out, looking in, it seems like a lot of people are reading too much into it, from what I'm discovering.
Preach, sister.
Preach system?
Preach, sister.
Oh. Do you need me to read it? I mean, move it? But yes, so from what I'm understanding, that many people are reading too much into what's saying or doing instead of actually taking
just doing it.
Yeah.
So the problem with The Secret is it's vague, right? There's a whole lot of land, there's a whole lot of buildings, there's a whole lot of cities in this country. And it's trying to explain to you, like, in Boston, 200 square yards of the entire country.
Okay.
In Cleveland, it's, 100 square feet of the entire country. In Chicago, it's one city block. Yeah. In the entire country. There's a lot of places outside of that one city block in Chicago where that verse could fit, Doesn't fit as well. But there's a lot of trial and error. Like, you have to take that verse and you have to take that painting and you apply it to a bunch of different places. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You move along.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So there's no algebra or triangulation. I fall back to John Palancar being like, I'm not good at math.
I'm not good at math either. Why do you think I'm going for a business degree?
Yeah. So, but that's just my opinion. Like,
so from what I'm understanding from this conversation, as long as you just do what the verse tells you, you should be able to find it A-okay.
Yeah, you should be able to, but like, you make a puzzle and it seems easy to you because you made it. And
you made it. You know what comes together. You know the steps that goes along with it. Yeah.
Like in St. Augustine, if I'm standing in a place and I'm like, oh, just look past the green picket fence. That seems like I know exactly which green picket fence I'm talking about. That's easy. I don't realize there's a billion of those in St. Augustine. Like, that's what every we don't have white picket fences here. We have green ones. So that's what makes it hard. Like, it's not descriptive enough.
But isn't the point, though? Because to get your brain working and to get your brain...
I don't know what the point is.
Oh, okay. To get your brain clicking?
To turn my brain into mush and make me feel stupid. Because, like, I live in this city, and I've lived in this city my whole life. I should know. You should know where this stupid... But I don't. This stupid box is. No clue. It's a big city. It's a tiny box. I wonder how many holes... Oh, dude, they dug so many holes. Did they? Yeah. Where? So many holes. Where? Every single thing that the GPR hit in the Fountain of Youth, they dug. Every single thing. So, like... You watch the show, and they show you a picture of the field, and there's all these little flags, and they dug every single one. Really? Yeah. Did I find it? No. They found a sewer pipe. Oh. An old, like ours? Like the one that we found out in that yard. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like it was an old terracotta sewer pipe. Did they break it? No, it's already... Like, there's a bunch of that in the park. Like, I've got so much of that stuff that I've dug up. Even the confirmations are vague. I mean, they're only vague if you make them vague. What do you mean by that? Well, like, so John said that all the cities were correct, and then
Okay.
there's a guy or a couple of people that have an account called Gift Giver, and they also said the cities.
Yes,
were
I know
correct.
who we're talking about.
Okay, good. So both of those times they came out and said the cities are correct, right? And people think that they're vague because John's like, you have the general areas correct. So now people are like, well, what does general area mean? Like, out of the context of puzzle, like a puzzle, you know exactly what the fuck the general area
Yeah.
is. But when it's a puzzle, you're looking for
The exact
you're
spot.
looking for people to screw with you when nobody's screwing with you. It's just like in the anniversary hunt. Every time I say something, people are like, "That's a clue." I'm like, that's
Yeah,
not
like
it's not a clue.
Yeah,
Where
like
they
how
were-
you're able to control the rain.
Yeah, like when I was in my garage doing that happy birthday message for Sunday, and people were like, "He's in a garage. That means it has something to do with the car, and it's raining outside." And that one, I can't control the rain. I'm sorry. So yeah, like
From what you're telling us, that we should take what John is telling us to heart. Then that
for the most part, like he's not like
he's not trying to screw with us.
he likes to screw with people, but it's pretty obvious when he's screwing with people. You know. I don't know.
Hashtag George said.
Yeah, that's a thing in the anniversary.
But no. So what you're telling me is that the paintings and the verses are in the generous spot.
According to John.
According to John.
Yeah. According to John, hunters have been in the correct locations for a very long time.
It's just a matter of fact of zoning into that.
Yeah,
exact location.
you're still like, if I put you in a football field and tell you the cask is in this football field, you'll never find it
No,
because it's tiny
it is tiny. It's
a
big
big
is it?
field.
How big is
It's
the
like
cask?
it's like that big. It's tiny. It's like the size. It's slightly larger than a baseball.
Okay.
Like it's maybe
So
like
can I
maybe
not-
like a softball.
So can I not take a metal detector to it?
So you might be able to. Some of them have metal, some of them don't. But at the depths that these things are buried, if it's under like 12 inches, your metal
It's not-
detector's not really going to help.
Okay.
Plus, you would have to set it to non-discriminate, so you would just be digging up everything. You'd be digging up bottle caps and pennies and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but it's tiny, and there's a lot of land. That's an example I've always told people. Like if I told you that one of the casks was in my front yard, that information doesn't help you.
It
Because
is not.
where the hell in my front yard is it?
Exactly.
And then if Byron were to have taken, like people think of triangulation a lot. Like
Okay.
you look at this thing that's in the verse, and then you look at this thing in the verse, and then you stand in the center or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If I take one of those away, you're screwed, right? If you don't know where, like this thing used to be here, but you don't know exactly where, you're screwed
Okay.
because you don't know where in between where it matches. You don't know.
Yeah.
So obviously not where the septic was. It's not there. No.
No.
We did find a bottle. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, you loved your bottle. Is
I
it
did.
still up on the
Yeah,
sink?
Yeah, it's still up on the sink. It's tiny. It's like a little medicine bottle from.
It was
1900s.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah. The first finders, the guys that found Chicago,
Yeah.
they Byron sent them a photo of where the thing was, and they still couldn't find it.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I mean, it's just like the tribute hunt with John. John knew exactly where the thing was buried, and he went back and he couldn't find it. Like he eventually found it, but he got frustrated because he couldn't find it for a while.
Yeah.
That's the thing. These things are so small, and what people don't realize is the ground is so big.
There's lots of land. There's lots of development.
Yeah, you could dig with post hole diggers, and unless like if I gave you an exact spot
Mm-hmm.
and you dug with post hole diggers,
I'm not gonna find that
you
spot.
you would probably find it, but you might not if your angle's off a little
Exactly.
bit. Like there's so many variables. So when people are like, there's been 20 holes dug at the Fountain of Youth, because realistically, there's only been like 30 or 40 people that have dug at the Fountain of Youth. It's not like there's hundreds. And they're mainly digging in the exact same spots. Right?
So would you say that if I went off, would you say that if I just trusted my instincts and went off from what other people are saying, like I'm a sheep in a herd, basically. If I went away from the herd, do you think I would probably find it?
Well, Jason went away from the herd and he found one. Nobody thought it was in that ball field. I mean, there were a couple of people that talked about it, but nobody seriously. There was nobody seriously talking about it. People talked about it sort of in the same vein people talk about the moon cask, right? It's just like they're just throwing out ideas.
Yeah.
And it's important to listen to those ideas because sometimes they're right.
Sometimes they're right, yeah. Sometimes they're valuable. Sometimes it helps you.
Just ask Jason. But, like,
But so you were saying that it's
I think it's important to keep an open mind, but not so open that your brain falls out. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. That was fun.
Do you like me being the host? Is it fun?
Yeah, you do it.
Oh shit. Oh. No, don't zoom in on me. Don't zoom in on me. You're a part of this too.
No, but I'm the less fun one.
The less fun one?
Yeah, nobody likes me. People are
I
just
will
like,
like you,
Destiny's
though.
here.
Yeah, but when we were at Boston, they're like, "Oh, George, can I take a picture of you?" I'm like, "Oh, all right, cool, whatever."
St. Louis. Oh.
So what you're saying is that it's better off to be the black sheep than follow the herd.
Not necessarily the black sheep. I think it's good to question everything.
Okay.
I think it's good to have your own opinions. I think it's not always good.
But not open enough where they're influencing my.
I feel like no, I don't like saying that because there's a lot of things that seem to be correct that everybody just sort of believes, right? And those things are important to keep in mind because not because everybody agrees with them, but because they establish a pattern.
Okay.
Right? They establish a pattern throughout the whole book. So it's important to keep that pattern in mind because the three that were solved also fit the same pattern.
Yeah.
Right? So it's obvious at least portions of that pattern are correct. Some might just be in our head, but
Sometimes.
most of them seem to be correct. So keeping that pattern in mind is important, but I think it's also important to not just blindly follow anybody. Like if you're just blindly following me and my ideas, you're not going to get anywhere because I'm not getting anywhere.
Exactly.
And if anyone's going to get anywhere, I'm going to get there first. So you know what I'm saying? Because it's my ideas you're following. So it's important to not just blindly follow everyone else's ideas because they're not correct.
So therefore, I should have an open mind, but not as open for you to influence my ideas. Where therefore it's not mine anymore, but they're more so yours. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
That was hard. That was hard.
You know, you ever heard of Forrest Fenn?
Yes.
Okay. So the dog really wants in.
The dog does want in.
Do you want to let the dog in?
Which one?
Ryder. And I will wait to finish mine.
Okay.
It's just us now. It's just us.
Do you want to come in, Ryder? Ryder? No. You can stay.
Fat dog's here. Okay, so
Okay.
Forrest Fenn guy.
Yes.
Oh look, somebody said happy birthday.
Oh, crap. Thank you, Shane.
Shane is at the meetup.
Shane was?
Calendar guy.
Calendar guy. Doesn't help me. Okay.
Forrest Fenn.
Okay.
The guy that found Forrest Fenn's name's Jack Stoof.
Okay.
He has not shown his face publicly since he found it because everybody sort of called him a liar and a fraud and started trying to sue him. And
That
attack
sounds
his family.
familiar.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, before he found Forrest Fenn's hunt, he put out a YouTube video. And this YouTube video probably got 20 or 30 views.
Okay.
And it was probably the most important video I have ever seen for treasure hunters to watch ever.
Now, why would you say that?
Because it's all about confirmation bias.
Okay.
And it's all about like biases in your own head and how to fight against being biased towards your own ideas.
Mm-hmm.
The moment I've sent him like countless emails like, dude, I don't give a shit about Forrest Fenn. I don't give a shit about your solution.
That makes
I don't
sense.
care. I want you to come on and talk about this video. And he still won't. So everybody should watch that video. Because it's the best video ever.
So from the video, what can you tell me? Like, how can I...
Dude, just watch the video.
Okay.
Like, if I say anything, it's going to be worse than how he says it. Like, the video is perfect. It's the perfect video.
Is it still up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Drop
Yeah,
the
where
link
can we
for the
find this video?
Oh, God.
See, then I get everyone curious. He's looking for it right now.
I am.
Is that it?
Cognitive bias
Fenn.
and Forrest Fenn treasure hunters.
Yeah, he's dropping the link right now. Are you gonna do it in the feed or the
Can I do it in the feed? I don't even know.
Yeah, go back to where the feed is, like right here.
Bam.
Yeah, there you go.
There's the
It's in the
link.
feed.
Best video ever. Stop watching this and start watching that.
So he goes into detail how my biases won't go against my theory. Is that what
he teaches you? So people have a habit of taking their ideas and then building upon them to confirm those ideas with other kind of incorrect information. And he teaches you, or he sort of talks about and explores how to spot when you're doing that and how to fight against it. It's a long-winded video, but it's an hour long.
Yeah.
and a lot of this shit you're not going to care about because it's about Forrest Fenn. Love your music, by the way, John.
JM?
JM's music?
Did he make music?
He did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He recorded a song where he was singing. Keeps trying to get his sister to release it. I actually told her once that I would sing if she, on video.
Oh.
John Williams.
Oh, who's that?
Is John Williams up there? I didn't know John Williams made music. I want to hear John Williams music. Can you drop a link on your Facebook?
But we can't watch it because, copyright.
I mean, if he says it's okay.
Okay. If he can take a strike.
Well, if the dude that made it said it was okay. Yeah, buddy.
What's for dinner?
Can we make some of the mac and cheese?
I'll have some.
Yeah, it's in the fridge.
Okay.
All right, cool.
All right. Have fun doing Sunday fun day.
Thank you.
So you think if he just posted it, it's okay?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. There he is, John Williams.
I'm sure there's an inside joke here that I'm just not catching.
But I mean, he already brought it up, so we might as well listen to the music now. I mean.
Yeah.
But no, so you're saying that my biases could be holding me back from solving this puzzle, or
I'm saying everybody. The main thing that's holding every single person back in this puzzle is their biases.
So, but that's a hard thing to drop, though.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing. You're asking someone to do the impossible. You're asking someone to drop everything they believe in.
Got it. I understand now. I get the inside joke.
I don't.
That's fine. You're young.
I don't.
Do you want to go see Indiana Jones next week?
Dial of Destiny?
Yeah, it's got your name in it.
So is this his last movie, or what's the deal with this movie? I've never seen any promotion for this. Oh, okay. What even is he doing in this movie?
Being badass.
Oh. Sorry for questioning his badassness. Oh crap, I gotta take another drink.
Oh. Yum.
Yum, alright. So yeah, you're asking us to do a hard thing to drop what we believe in.
Mm-hmm.
To see more clearly what our solution could and could not be.
Yeah, or to at least question your ideas. Because, people would just come up with things.
Mm-hmm.
There's that dude that thinks some cask is buried at a dam.
Okay.
Right? Some random dam.
Okay.
And he keeps coming up with these things, like he's using the San Francisco painting, and he's like, look, the dam is the same color as the pearl in the painting. They're gray, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It's updated.
So it's stuff like that. You tend to just come up with new shit to bolster your ideas instead of finding out what a good match is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. No, I don't understand what you're telling me. So.
Are you starting to get a little tipsy?
A little bit. Yeah. That's why I'm having a hard time. I'm making sure I'm not repeating myself.
Yeah.
But it's a hard thing.
It's difficult.
It is. So you're telling me that if I watch this video right here, it's gonna help me from.
It should help you identify if you're using biases.
Do you think, since we're on the topic of biases, do you think Byron used biases when it came to his puzzle?
I think Byron used his own biases.
That's what I mean.
He was like, people are going to think this is easy because this is very descriptive, but he didn't know.
We gotta do it again.
Oh, okay.
We gotta do it twice. No, 3 times. Did we do Matt?
We did Matt.
We did Matt. Okay.
This is gonna be a fun night.
Is it?
Somebody asked something about the most complicated secret puzzle.
Well, what do you think that is? In your
You
opinion?
can't get out of drinking, Destiny. Drink. Oh.
I'm not trying to get out of drinking.
We're basically out.
We're basically are
Was
out.
Byron a Mason? No, he was not.
He wasn't?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No, that's a pretty easy question to answer because Masons are like there's a registry. You can
Don't pour me more.
Well, look, we've had the same amount. There's a registry.
Oh crap.
There's a registry. Of
I agree,
Masons,
Rachel. I
and
agree.
People have looked. He was a member of the Friars Club.
So what's that? Tell me what's that
It's
about.
it's like a club for people who are in entertainment.
So how's that different from the Masons?
We don't have anybody in entertainment. The Friars Club is a social club,
Okay.
and the Masons are an organization that tries to make men better men.
Okay.
We don't have as much money as the Friars,
I know.
but the Friars don't control the world, so.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's very true. So
All right, I'm done. We're out. I'm done. It's gone. You finish that. We're done with drinking.
Yeah, with drinking. I'm having a hard time. Did he throw up?
No, I think he just coughed.
No, he threw up.
You have to show her some of the Friars Club roasts. Those are hilarious.
He threw
We
up.
should have a roast.
Like a roast?
Yeah, like where people like we could get Brett and Cole, and like we just come on stream and let people just roast the shit out
But
of us.
I don't know if that's a good idea because you know how sensitive people can be.
I'm not that sensitive. I don't
know
care.
you're not sensitive. But
Brett's
I mean,
not sensitive. Cole might
Cole
might be
Cole
sensitive.
might be sensitive. But I don't know if that's a good idea because other people might want to join in too, and someone might know something of the other person and say some. Doesn't make sense. Am I going on about bullshit? I feel like I'm going on about bullshit.
Yeah, a little bit. I think it would be fun though. Let's have a secret podcast roast where we just let people come on and just roast the hell out of us. Like
out of the staff?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant of each other.
No.
Oh,
No, they just
JJP.
roast JJP.
See, even Tim was confused too because I was confused. I'm like, wait. I'm like, roast each other? Okay.
No, let other people come on and just make fun of me and Brett and Cole.
Oh, okay.
And Matt. Like, because, I mean, I feel like you can't really do Matt because I roast Matt constantly. Like, on the third day, God created Matt. And it was okay.
So is this just out of fun or is this?
Yeah, it's fun. You do it like you do a charity thing. Like, donate a bunch of money, donate some money to St. Jude.
Oh.
And then, like, make a shitty comment and somebody will read it or whatever. Like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think that would be fun.
Steven said hi. Happy birthday.
I'm out.
You're out?
I drank all of mine.
Then take some of mine.
No, I'm not taking extra. Like, we had an even amount. You're just slow.
I'm not slow. Cole could be a little sensitive. So how would he go about this roasting then? Like is it a Discord thing where they'd be in the waiting room and you would just pull them and
I don't know. You could just open a Zoom thing.
like
and
a
then people
Wubby
just-
thing?
Yeah, if people would just come in and be like, oh God, I can't. I'm kind of toasty and I can't think of any good insults about myself. Insult me.
I can't think of any.
See.
My brains are fuzzy right now. But yeah, that'd be a good idea though.
Yeah.
So you Brian, not Brian. Maybe Cole. I don't know about Cole. Because, like, everyone's saying that he could be a little bit sensitive.
Yeah, Cole might be a little sensitive.
Ashley?
Yeah! Well, no, Ashley would be good to make fun of us. I don't really think I can make fun of Ashley.
Prize for the best joke? Do you want to do a
$5
prize?
minimum per roast comment. I think it would be fun. What do you think?
So
I think I'm gonna go to Brett and be like, dude, let's do this. You come back.
But do you think he would be down for it?
Dude, he would totally be down for it. If
You
I
think-
told him we just sit around for like 2 hours making fun of each other. Yeah.
But wouldn't it be fun if it's just you and him, though? You have to have a third person.
Yeah, well, you have other people come in. Because I can't really make jokes about myself.
No, because you know
But
yourself.
but I can make jokes about Brett all day long. I could be like, it's convenient that Brett lives on a hill in San Francisco, away from everybody else, because legally he has to stay 500 yards from any schools or churches. I don't know. Like, we would roast the shit out of each other.
Roasting.
We could talk about that time that we tried to convince Brett that he was the Zodiac killer. We almost did.
What? You guys convinced...
We tried, like, me and my friend Mark,
Okay.
who was, before the podcast, me and Brett were friends with this dude named Mark,
Mhm.
and it was a running joke that Brett was the Zodiac killer.
I mean, do we know he's not?
I never saw,
I mean-
like, Brett and the Zodiac killer in the same room. But there was a running joke, and, like, we went in deep, and it was funny. Would boss to be found without the construction crew? No, it would be in a trash pile.
Really?
Yeah, because they dug the ground up. Like, if they didn't know to look for
So
it.
you,
they
so
would
you
just
think
throw it
if the
in trash.
construction crew didn't show up, this would still be an unknown factor?
I don't think anybody would dig up ball field. I don't think anybody
But
would
I
do
thought the
it.
ball field was one of the key points, though.
It was, but I think that hunters have more respect for ball fields than I want to say Byron did, but I feel like that was that was the times. Like
Mhm.
back then, you just did like you could do that.
So why do you think that hunters have more respect for ball fields than parks? Then?
Well, I feel like people now have more respect for parks than they did in the 80s.
Oh, okay,
Because,
never mind.
like, back in the 80s, even the parks departments didn't have respect for parks. Like, there was one dude who maintained all the parks in all the cities.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, ball fields look like shit. Like, if you look at the ball fields in Boston now, like at Langone Pupilo Park, they look gorgeous. But if you look at the videos of them in the 80s, they look like trash piles.
Really?
Yeah, they're
Huh.
not good. Like, their grass wasn't cut, the clay wasn't maintained, nothing.
So you think that the construction crew were a key part in this solve?
Yeah, well, they were a key part in the finding. I don't think they were a key part
finding.
in the solve. Yeah, if it wasn't for them, if Jason hadn't let them know, they would have just dug it up, threw it away.
Wait, I thought they were digging there regardless of Jason.
They were, and what I'm saying is that if they weren't looking for it, they would have just thrown it away.
See, this is what I mean. I'm not here.
Well, it's 9:15. If you go like 15 more minutes, you can leave. Because that'll be, time.
Yeah,
So,
you need good moderators.
moderators?
Moderators.
Moderators. Nick and Caroline. I feel like a secret podcast roast would be good. I'm gonna talk to Matt.
So how would that go about it though? That's what I'm saying. Because like, if you just do a Zoom, everyone would hop in, then they would.
That's fine. Just come in and just talk your shit. It's great. We'll laugh with you.
So is this just for jokes and laughs, or is, like the person said earlier, is there going to be a prize in this?
Somebody pop in and just be like, George looks like a burnt chicken nugget.
I like chicken nuggets.
Me too. They're cheap.
I know.
Just like George.
So.
You can get 40 of them for $1.
It's pretty cheap. I love them. So is the spicy ones?
There it is. Like George looks like his dog. Ryder, why are you licking my chair? It's a
Are you sure
weird
he's licking
dog.
your chair?
That's what he's doing. He's like licking the back. Stupid dog.
Anyway, so what you're saying is that, do we even know who was on the site? Like, construction crew wise?
Yes. Yeah, I got a lot of their names. I've talked to a bunch of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out a way to get around this.
Don't worry. I asked if they wanted to come on for like an interview, and all of them were like, no.
Yeah, I
Like,
wouldn't
this
either.
was just a project for us, and we don't care.
So,
We have moved on.
thinking of other sites.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for the water, post
You're
podcast,
catching an accent.
am I?
Yeah. Post podcast dunk and run. I think we're a little drunk.
I am. I know I am because I'm feeling fuzzy. But what accent am I catching on? I'm curious about that. Anyway, so what you're saying is that
without them, it would be in the trash.
it would be really.
Even like, I feel like even if they didn't dig down, right?
Okay.
They just covered the field. Because you saw the field now.
I saw that.
It's not dirt.
Pretty.
But it's not dirt.
It's not dirt.
And there's nobody's going to go and cut out poured-in-place rubber and dig underneath it to find a cask. So if it wasn't for the construction crew, that shit would still be in the ground. Because even Jason said, he's like, I'm not going to dig in a ball field. Nobody's going to dig in a ball field. I feel like only assholes would dig up a child's play area. Like, it's just not worth it, you know? It's not worth ruining a child's day.
So you're saying that people would not dig up a child's ball field, right?
No.
But how about a park?
I mean, like, I feel like if you're just digging up random areas in a park, it's a little different. And most people are digging next to shit. Like, if we're talking about Milwaukee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most people are digging next to a bridge. They're digging up footers, and then they're just putting the dirt back. They're not digging up, like, where people are walking or where people are playing. Like, you know, if you dig up a ball field, you're digging up the run lines for children. Like, if you don't pack it well, they could trip. And, like,
they could, and
they
get hurt. Yeah.
They get hurt. Yeah. In a park, you're not so worried about that because, you know, kids aren't running for and only concentrating on that base. So, yeah.
No, we did not go on a post-Duncan run.
No.
But thank you, though, Tim.
That's the quote of the night. I don't know what the quote of the night is.
What's the quote of the night?
I don't know.
Well, you just brought it up, so you gotta bring up a quote of the night.
What's the quote of the night?
What's the quote of the night?
Probably George looks like a burnt chicken nugget. That's probably it.
But I like chicken nuggets.
They're very good.
They are.
They're tasty.
Especially the McDonald's one?
That's cheap dinner night at our house. We just go out and get like 80 chicken McNuggets. And we watch movies.
That's what Rachel says. She says that's the quote of the night.
It's,
that you look like a burnt chicken nugget.
yeah, that's probably it.
But yeah, that's our treat night is McDonald's?
Yeah.
Or is it Burger King?
Burger King when they have the spicy one.
No.
All right, are we good? Are we done?
Are we done? Well, we're not. It's not 10 yet, but do we...
But there's no more comments really coming in.
I mean, do you want to wait and to see what anyone else does?
You give them like 2 to 4 minutes, because there's a delay.
Yeah, there is a delay, yeah.
So you give them until 9:25.
9:25.
Only assholes would dig up a child's play area. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's true, right?
But again, like, it's like British accent.
I feel like one of the things that holds the secret back is people don't dig holes. But I feel like people don't dig holes because they're not assholes.
But that's the thing, though. You're complaining that people are not digging holes, but you complain that people do dig holes. What do you want to do? Do you want them to dig holes or do not?
No, I want them to have fun. I don't care, right? I want them to not be disrespectful and to have fun. And if your idea of having fun is solving this puzzle without digging holes, then go for it, man. You know, just do it as long as you're having fun. When it stops having fun, or when it stops being fun, that's when I start to have a problem. Like, what? If you're not having fun, why are you doing this? You know, what's the point?
Is that the point of the puzzle is to have fun? Is that the end goal?
I hope so. I hope that the point of anything like this is for entertainment. You know.
I think that's the 9th. What does that mean? I don't understand what that question means.
Some people might dig holes. People do dig holes, and I hope like 90% of the people that I talk to about digging holes are polite about it. Like they get permission to dig holes, or even when they don't get permission. Like they cut a plug in the sod, they put all the dirt to the side, they put the dirt back.
Yeah.
There's that 10% of people who don't do that, who cause a lot of problems for us. Like if you ever go to Lake Park in Milwaukee, there's somebody local in Milwaukee who just digs nonstop and doesn't fill in their holes, and they're just being an asshole. It's the same in Roanoke. There's a dude in Roanoke who just goes out and just digs whatever.
So when I go and dig my hole, right? What you're saying is that I should be respectful and rebury that hole.
Yeah, like I've dug a lot of holes.
Yeah, I know. I've been with you on this
before
trip.
the podcast. Yeah. But I've always like before I left, I made the hole where you couldn't tell it was dug as close as humanly possible. Like, you can always kind of tell, but
to dig or not to dig.
that is the question. But like
So what you're saying is that to be respectful not only to myself but to the park and the staff and everyone else that's visiting to the park, I should left it where I found it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leave it how you find it.
That's it.
But ultimately have fun. Like, that's my thing. Like, I don't care how you work this puzzle. I don't care if you don't work the puzzle. I don't care if you're just around to talk to people in the community. As long as you're having fun. When you stop having fun, that's a problem. You know, when it becomes your identity. Like, as deep as I am in this thing, it's not my identity.
No.
So when it becomes your identity, you have an issue.
So how would I solve that issue then? Since we're on the topic of that,
man, find something that brings joy to your life.
So this should not be my only hobby. This should not be my only source of entertainment.
I'm not anybody's boss. Like,
No,
you can be
I'm
your
not
only
saying either.
hobby if you want, as long as it makes you happy. Like, if you're not happy, what are you doing? Why are you?
Exactly. That makes sense.
Like, there's a lot of people outside of the main group who, like, they all they do is complain about shit. All they do is bitch. They bitch a lot about, like...
About what, though?
Mostly about me. But that's the thing. Like, if your entire existence is you're just complaining, what are you doing? You know?
That makes sense. Cause, yeah, that makes sense.
Why not just find something... Like, if you're not enjoying this, if all you're going to do is complain about it, why not find something that you enjoy? Why not paint houses or... build model trains or
That
whatever.
sounds like fun.
Is it? It doesn't sound like fun.
Oh, okay.
Or find another puzzle that's fun. Like, there's a shitload of them out there.
But part of the puzzle is haters gonna hate.
It's true.
But part of the puzzle is finding the solution. How can I find the solution if the creator of the puzzle is dead?
I don't feel like that's the goal of puzzles. I don't, because only one person. Like, if I put out a puzzle book, right, and 1 million people buy it,
Okay.
only one person can solve it. So
yeah, you're right.
The ultimate goal of my book is not for one person to be happy, right? It's for everyone to enjoy whatever they make of the puzzle, right? Like, if that's not your goal, if your goal isn't to enjoy what you're doing, then what the fuck are you doing? You know, why? Like, who cares? I don't know.
No, it makes sense what you're saying.
I clicked a button. I did it on accident.
You did. It's fine.
This should not be your life. It absolutely should not be your life.
No, I agree. It shouldn't be your life because you have a million other things to worry about, like family, possibly significant others, your job,
septic tanks.
Dude, that was awful. That was awful. We got it fixed though. Yeah. So that makes me happy.
You dug holes.
I did. I didn't find anything though.
Found some poop.
Was it good poop? No.
No. Is there good poop?
I mean, good poop is the poop that goes away and gets processed.
Yeah.
That poop did not get processed.
No.
It was chunky.
This is probably not their best topic.
No.
This is what happens when you drink an entire half gallon of vodka.
I don't think people want to hear us talk about poop.
All right. So we go now? We talked about haters.
Well, do you want haters? Well, we didn't give them enough time though.
Oh, well, we said 9:25. It's 9:26.
9:25. Oh shit, we're a minute over.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to wait until? Do you want?
Are you just having fun and you just want to wait?
I don't know. Do you want to? I'm having a hard time. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Do you want to wait until someone has questions?
Treasure hunting is competitive, though.
Is it though?
People died hunting forest fens, and look at the crazy Oak Island people. But should it be? Should it be competitive? Right?
But I'm racing against you.
Why?
To get this.
Why are you racing against me? Like, isn't the ultimate goal of a puzzle to find the answer? And no matter how you find the answer, you reach the goal. If you dig up a cask, you find the answer. If somebody tells you what the answer is, you found the answer.
But for some people, this is their life, though. You gotta understand that some people,
I feel like that's when it gets competitive. When it's your life. When your self-worth is tied up on whether or not you're the
For some people, this is their life and fortune. Some people think they're gonna get famous off of it.
Nobody's gonna get famous off of it. Nobody.
So do you think it's worth of me to dedicate my life to this puzzle?
No. That is a waste of your life. It's a 100% waste of your life. Don't waste your life.
So you think I should focus on other things besides putting
I
my
mean,
full
like,
attention
it's
on.
a hobby. As long as you're having fun doing the hobby and spending a healthy amount of time doing the hobby, then great.
Mhm.
But what I'm saying is when it becomes when your life is invested, like your self-worth
Yeah.
is invested in whether or not you can figure this out or whether or people's opinions of you. Like when your self-worth is
Now, what do you
is dependent on whether or not people in this community think you're smarter than them, like you have a problem.
Now, what do you say this goes back to mental health?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So would you say that it would be better for someone who thinks that this is their everything, that they should take it back, they should take a step back from the secret? They
Yeah,
should
absolutely.
take a vacay for themselves.
Yeah.
Dreams crushed.
All right. So
All right.
we're done.
Are we?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we don't have anything else to talk about. And right now, we're just talking about people who are, should maybe take a vacation.
I mean, the vacay to Boston was pretty cool.
That was really cool. Everybody should take a vacation to Boston. If you feel like your self-worth is wrapped up in the puzzle, take a vacation to Boston.
North End.
North End.
North End.
Just get a great. What was the name of the road we were on? Started with an H.
It started with an H and it started and of an R, right? Right?
Stay on that road.
It was across from Phillips Salon? Phillips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay on that road. Have a good night. Hanover. That was it.
Hanover!
We already stopped.
No, we didn't. We're still going on. Now we're over. Are we? I don't know. Yeah, now we are.